In the Commons,
he will pay a bitter political price for this betrayal.
One bold MP stepped up and said what many are thinking, confronting Keir Starmer head-on about his controversial new agreement with the EU.
That nothing can undo the fact that 17.5 million people voted leave.
Let's not forget, 17 million voted to leave the EU. Isn't that more than the number who voted for Labour in the 2024 election? That's a reality the Labour leadership would rather ignore.
And he is giving money, starting to pay money back to the European Union.
As Labour attempts to rebrand it as a Brexit reset, uncomfortable truths are starting to surface, and they're deeply concerning.
It was impossible to negotiate a better deal with the EU with those red lines. We've just done it.
In this video, we'll show you the moment Starmer was challenged over the harsh realities of renewed EU alignment, laws dictated from Brussels, money funneled back into EU coffers, a lack of border control, and the ongoing betrayal of British fishermen. Is Britain being quietly pulled back under the EU's influence? Like, share, and comment. Watch until the end to understand why this warning matters for the UK's independence and future.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I just point out to the Prime Minister that nothing can undo the fact that 17.5 million people voted leave. And they voted to take back control of our laws and to stop paying money to the EU. And that was a considerably larger vote than the 9.7 million who voted Labour at the last election. And now he is submitting to EU regulations without any control, and he is giving money, starting to pay money back to the European Union. He's giving up control over our laws and restoring payments to the European Union. He will pay a bitter political price for this betrayal.
Mr. Speaker, he knows full well that we had a red line about not rejoining the EU, no single market, no customs union, no freedom of movement. We were told it was impossible to negotiate a better deal with the EU with those red lines. We've just done it. We've also showed that we are outside the EU because he will appreciate that having a deal with India and the US is inconsistent with membership of the EU. Could be no better evidence that we're not going back into the EU, nor are these negotiations on that basis. I know he understands that very, very well. I'm surprised at the way he puts his question. As for control of the borders, honestly, it went from quadrupling net migration after Brexit to nearly 1 million. That wasn't controlling our borders. It was a complete lack of control on the other side. Mr. Speaker, on the question of payments, I do think it's important to appreciate that we've achieved unprecedented access to EU markets without the budgetary payments of member states. That is an incredible achievement. The only payment of the SPS agreement are administrative costs to support the relevant costs of implementing and administering the scheme. For schemes and payments where it's in our national interest, we will negotiate proportionate contributions, as already happens under the deal negotiated by them, for example, in relation to R&D and into Horizon. He knows all that very well.
The reaction online was swift and is not slowing down. If you believe more people in Britain need to see this debate, give the video a like, drop a comment, and share it around. Your voice helps keep this conversation alive and stops it being buried.